Welcome everyone to the old Straight-n-Strop shop. This is the first video of many to come. This channel will be strictly for straight razors, strops, and anything else that has to do with barbering or self-grooming. Little background about me. I have served my country and earned my right as a civilian. I work hard Monday through Friday and do my best to enjoy my passion / hobby, which is buying, restoring, selling straight razors, strops, shears, and anything else that has to do with it. In my personal life, I am surrounded by barbers. My brother owns a barber college here locally. My wife holds a barber's license. But I chose the path of agriculture. And I love it. My dirty, calloused hands make clean money. And it sits well with my basic credo, God, family, country. If you have a problem with the practice of Christianity, you might as well just shut the channel off, go find somebody else. I will voice my opinions on this country, on this generation, and anything else I feel suited to. Today I'm working on this Hinkles, sold last night. It's one of my more favorite builds. Hinkles never offered these two-tone scales, and I feel that they fit well. It's a good build. At the time, my hardware supplier was only offering brass, or I absolutely would have added a nickel silver hardware. It looks all right. It came out all right. All right. So I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. I keep getting asked by customers and friends alike when I'm going to start making videos to help people out, show people what I have learned. I find myself all the time hearing things that people have read on the forums or the chat rooms or whatever you want to call it. And some of them I agree with, some of them I don't. But every time I've ever been sent a link to a forum, it shows me that a newcomer gets on the forum and asks a simple question about something, and the answer that that person receives typically always makes me laugh. Newcomer asks, what's a good place to start as far as grind, size, brand, or whatever? And the reply is always something like, well, I started with a Philly 14, and now I've got 2 7-day sets, and all of them are new old stock, and that's just one of the 50 7-day sets I have, and I've got this razor, and I've got that razor, and I use this stone, and I use that stone, and my stones come from the better strata. Hey, look, everybody gets it. You got razors. Everybody can own every razor. They're available, all right? We're not talking about diamonds here. We're talking about straight razors. And as far as straight razors are concerned, knife collectors used to shove them to the side to get to the pocket knives they were looking for. So thank your local knife collector for even saving these straight razors, or majority of them would have been tossed in the trash. Because they're razors. They're just razors. I tell you what, most things I find that are probably clogged up with someone's hair, blood, or anything else, I throw in the trash. But for some reason, straight razors are like this badge of honor for people. And the welcoming party on the internet for newcomers, it's sad. It's kind of rude. You know what? I had a guy contact me the other day, and he's been using SEDE, and he wanted to get into straight razors, but he didn't know how to do it, where to start, what was a good, the norm, grind, size, brand, all of that. And between me and my buddy Mike, we gave the man a really nice razor, and Mike got home from a quick vacation and built the man a paddle strop, and we got it to him. And all he kept saying was he was so humbled by the generosity of both me and Mike toward the situation. And I'm not trying to boast or brag or anything, but that's how we should all treat newcomers. That man was never told what me and Mike have. That man was never told what me and Mike's opinions are. What that man was told is, welcome. What do you need? Here is what we can offer. And first and foremost, I am not trying to badmouth anybody. I don't really practice in backbiting. That's just not the way. We should be inviting, and we should all want to try to grow this tradition, not shove anybody away. So I hope that people might watch this channel and get some ideas and realize that, like Mr. Johnson always says, we're just removing hair from our face. We're not ending world hunger. Just removing hair from our face. This blade has a slight roll to it, but it's not enough to do any kind of correction on it. It will shave just fine. When I sell a razor, I will typically ask the customer, do they hone their own edges? What do they own? Do they have a strop? How long have they been doing this? If he was to say, I'm going to hone my own edges, well, then I would do a bevel correct on it. Not bevel correct, spine correction. It just has a high spot on one side, which isn't a big deal. It's probably from doing the famous X stroke. Yeah, so, I mean, you're rubbing steel on stone, so I invite all the haters. If you want to leave nasty comments on the channel, go right ahead. More than likely, I'm not going to read them because I don't care. I do not care what you think is right. I do not care what your opinion is of me. I'm just trying to help people out. This isn't really meant for the guy that maybe makes his own videos or runs a forum or a website or has a billion followers. Those are all other things I don't really care about. I'm not here to monetize this channel. This channel is actually for my customers, my friends and family, so that I might help them along their path. And I know for a first video, using Tenju on a JNAT might be a little advanced, but this is really just an introduction. And if you hear anything in the background, I like to watch TV while I hone. I get that some people might want it quiet and run away from everything so they can concentrate, but, you know, been honing quite a many razors. 90 to 100 a month. I don't need to concentrate, I just need to feel it. Mr. Johnson once said something about falling asleep while honing. I'm famous for it. I was up really late last night, finishing off this red engine. Slapped it together. It's a freebie for a customer. The customer actually bought this one, and he paid pretty good money for it. He told me his wife had bought him a razor, and it was going dead. It was an Amazon special. So he was interested in this one and a red engine that I have in the store. So he bought that one, and I had this 101 blade laying around that obviously somebody has messed with, but I slapped some scales on it. They're not perfect. I cleaned them up a little bit, but it'll be a surprise for him. It's sharp. It'll shave. They don't have to look pretty. Don't have to look pretty. Well, that's about a 12-minute video, folks. Stay tuned. God bless and have a great weekend.